Everyone, I hope everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, yeah. So, good morning, good evening, or good night for everyone. So, we are going to understand about permission sets and permission set groups. Okay. So, my name is Praveen. I am a tech lead in Conient. Okay. So, we are trying to share this so people who are preparing for their certification. So, we want to help each and everyone. So that's why we are sharing each and every topic in detail. Okay, so if you have any questions, we can have time at the end. Okay, and we also cover some part of practicality, how to create and how to see permission sets for specific user, as well as how to create a permission set and group. Okay, yeah. So first of all, what is permission set and why we want it? Okay, so last presentation we already covered profiles. So Salesforce mainly provide data access for specific users based upon their permissions or sharing. So in permissions, a particular user can a particular user can do in an application. It will be defined by permissions. So permissions can be defined based upon profile or permission sets and groups. Okay, so and sharing. So once you have access to particular app or record or particular account object, then what kind of records you need to see, that will be defined by sharing. Okay, so these are the main high level factors how data will be defined for a particular specific user. So right now we are covering profiles and sorry, profiles is already covered last time, so we are covering only permission sets and group. So our agenda is like what is permission set and group and importance of that and how to create permission sets and groups. Okay, so I've just got what is a profile because in a particular org, okay, every user should have one profile at least. Okay, without profile a user cannot see any of the information. Okay, so already we have profiles and why we need permission sets. Okay, so profile determine what users can do in a Salesforce. It's a simplest way to control data access in a particular object, tab, everything. So profile will have lot of permissions for a specific user, and a particular user will have only one profile. Okay, so let us go to definition of permission set. Now in permission set, you can is a collection of settings and permissions that give users access to various tools and functions. Now, what is the main difference between a profile and a permission set? Permission set can be granular level. It is a very small part, or it can have huge number of permissions. You can give 100 permissions or you can give 10 permissions. Okay, so and already we have permission set and why we need permission set groups. Okay, so combination of all permission set together, we are grouping it functionally or technically or role based into groups. Okay, it's specific to org and depends on your use case. You will define how the groups and permissions should be there. We will go in detail with particular scenarios and everything. Okay, so three ways of permission set and groups. So why we need permission sets and groups, and what is the advantage of permission set groups, and how we will create. Okay, so that we will see practically. Okay, so now the main use of permission sets and groups. Even we have profile which can achieve same thing, and what is the main use of permission sets. Okay, and before going into that, I will give one example. Okay, so in our real life, okay, so generally we'll have agents based upon the user active role. Okay, means what user will be do, whether he is an agent or supervisor or a manager. So depends on that, generally a profile will be created. Okay, so the profile will have all the levels from application, app, object, and what tabs he need to see, to what objects also he need to see in the application. So this all will be defined in a particular set. So suppose, oh, one specific user, okay, suppose for a particular time a supervisor is going on off, okay, so he need to assign little bit of daily management activities to one of the agent, and he don't want to share all the access to particular agent. Okay, so for time being 1 or 2 days he need to manage with particular person. So in that point of time he cannot give his profile to an agent because he will have a lot of access. So what he can do is like he will create a permission set just to give approval for particular cases. In this scenario, case is an object. Okay, so where he can edit the things or he can give access to close the case also. So how much granular level he want, he can create a permission set for that specific thing, and he can assign to one user or he can assign to multiple user. But in our scenario, ideally it will be 1 or 2 users. Okay, so this is the real-time scenarios which will happen each and every time to different profiles or different users. Okay, so that is how we use permission set rather than creating for that specific thing, okay, and copying existing users profile. Okay, so we don't want to disturb all the permissions in a specific profile. Okay, so we are giving permission sets. Okay, now let us go into how we need to maintain permission sets, what is the thing, and where the permission set groups come into picture. Okay, suppose if we take a company, we will have multiple blocks. So assume like we have a company of 2 blocks, block A and block B. Okay, in particular block A, users want to get access to particular printing machines, okay, in that block A. But to a company, agents are common, managers are common, and supervisors are common. Okay, but I need to give permission to particular agent who are living only in block A and that particular set of printers. Okay, so in this scenario also you can use permission sets. Okay, to make it more easy, why we can use groups. Okay, so where you have printers, you have phones, or you have other devices where he need to access in particular block A. In that scenario, what we can make it is like, so we can make permission sets specific to printers one, specific to phone one, and specific to other machines one, and we can group it as block K basic livable device access. Okay, so in this way you can make advantage of permission sets and groups, and you can assign to all the agents specific to particular block A, and similarly you can make for block B. Okay, clear? So this way permission set and groups are more advantage than profiles. Okay, so profile will be specific to one user, one profile. So rather than disturbing that part, an admin can create granular permission sets, and he can logically role based, okay, or his functional based permission groups he will be creating, and he can just assign to multiple set of users, which will make his life easy, and he can fine tune that very easily. Okay, so those are the main advantage of permission sets and groups. Okay, so now what all the types of permission sets are there? By default, whenever Salesforce any license if you take for your any org, you will have standard permission set. Okay, by default you will get some standard permission set. Now you can take that standard permission set and you can clone that and create a custom permission set for your agent and for your org specific, or you can freshly create custom permission set. Okay, so ideally it is very easy to take standard permission set because you will have all the features specific to read-only user or standard user or cloud user or service user or sales user. Okay, so we can take that and we can fine tune. but we cannot change the existing standard permission set. Okay, so if you want to change any accessibility or permission sets inside that any permissions, then you need to clone it and make it a custom permission set, and you can update. Okay, so we have one more type is specific to integration. So whenever you have installed any specific cloud integration with Salesforce, so automatically you will have this kind of permission set created by Salesforce. In that, we will have very limited access to update little bit of permission sets. Means one or two things only you can fine tune where you have the accessibility, but all other things will be in a read only mode only. Yeah. Now coming to manage permission set. So where we will be using it. So when we install DocuSign or any third-party app from the App Store, in that scenarios, that particular company will be creating a permission set specific to that particular app. Those will be installed along with their packages. Okay, when you install that package, okay, you will get along with that. So this manage permission set will have their own namespace. Okay, so and other is session based permission set, which we use very rarely, and which where you have lot of security concern, then we'll be using it this session based permission set. Okay, in our example earlier we have block A and block B. So assume that, okay, I have different conference rooms, and in conference rooms also you might be having a device like screens, phones, okay, and high level equipment. Okay, so I need to access only employees when they book that particular conference and they have connected inside that conference. Okay, so in that particular session only they can update it. So what I can do is like I can make one app. Okay, that app within that IP range only I can access, and in whenever that app is connected only, based upon that session only I can update particular objects. Okay, so similarly you can play with different scenarios for session based permission set. So whenever session is active with particular permissions only, you can be able to access that. Otherwise you need to relog in. Okay, so where you need high security, you will be using that session based permission set. Okay, so how you know these all different types of permission sets exist in particular system? So you don't have particular type field or something specific to permission set. Okay, so only for session based you have separate parameter. For all other things based upon namespace or based upon the parameters you can edit, you can identify that. Okay, we can see in practically when we try to create permission sets. Okay, so this is a pictorial diagram where generally how based upon different roles we'll be adding users. Okay, and access, how we are trying to give for different users different access, and for different components we are trying to add in a particular permission set. Okay, just for understanding I have added one more bit. Okay, so now main advantages of these permission sets and groups is like we have a lot of flexibility. Okay, rather than creating lot of profiles, you can create permission sets and you can make it that permission set into lot of groups based upon your working model for particular or particular situation. So we have a lot of flexibility here, so that directly admin can take that particular group and he can add to persons, list of persons, whatever provided to him. So it will make his life more easy. Okay, so easy to upgrade and downgrade. So admins need to unassign the users from existing permission set group. Means he can add or he can remove it, or particular permission set group. Okay, he can fine tune by adding permission sets or he can remove the permission sets. Okay, based upon upgrade in the system or based upon the environments or based upon the block, he can do these all things. So which makes it more easy for him. Okay, rather than touching the profile, and it is future proof. So whenever you are adding new objects or new fields in a particular object, so you can just go and create a new permission set group for an object. So whoever the user we need access to that, we can add to that. Okay. So similarly, you can remove or you can fine tune that. So uh, this is the main thing. Rather than adding lot of profiles, we need to make simple profiles and then add permission sets and groups to have more flexibility for admin and for daily use. And within the short time, you can make your application beautiful and simple rather than making more complex day by day. Okay. So now what are the best practices for permission sets and groups we need to maintain? So we need to make number of profiles very low. Okay. Like generally you can consider as a role. Particular user might be agent or a supervisor or a service agent or mechanical engineer or something like that. At high level, you should make less profiles and you make lot of permission sets at very granular as possible and make groups. And this group should be as a fun functional module or as per the user role, working role. Okay. So by this, you can move away from lot of profiles, and admin also to maintain it is very easy. Okay. And we are avoiding lot of complexity. Okay. So now reusability we already seen. So we can add permission sets into groups or remove it based upon the situation and based upon the role and business demands, we can update it. Okay. So where we can see this permission set for a user, because at the end of the day, we need to know for a particular user what all permission sets are assigned, or okay, so that we can add or we can remove based upon the business rules. Okay. So rather than going to particular permission set, each permission set and see list of users, we can go directly to the user and we can modify it whenever the on demand condition. Okay. Both the ways you can check it, but easiest way generally when a particular user is going from agent to supervisor, his role is changing. So we can go and see in the user level. Either you can add it or remove it. Both can be done. Okay. So now I will be showing you practically. Okay. So where you can see, so when you type permission set, you can see all the permission sets available in a particular application. Okay. I have created few temporary permissions. Okay. So let us create a new one. Okay. I am doing codex permission set. Okay. Now, if you see this part, this is session based activation required. So only when particular session is there, then only we user should do some action, then we will enable that. Okay. So when we want high security specific to particular functionality, we will be using it. Okay. And we have license feature also for permission set, so where to use and where not to use. So whenever we are trying to assign this permission set to different users, okay, where they might have different licenses, that in that scenario we should not select this license. If we are going to add this permission set to all specific users which are having same license, then we can select that particular license right over here. Okay. So based upon that, we'll be deciding it here. Okay. Right now, to avoid that complexity, we are just not giving any license and we just save it. Okay. So our permission set is created. Okay, so now we can see all the permissions, almost every permission whatever we are able to provide in profiles, we can see that. Object settings. So now I can create an object where for that specific object I can give access. So assume, like for example, if I take okay, I will take this coaching object. I can give access to this particular object and fields. Okay, we can edit it. So you can give read, create, and edit, but not delete. If you want, we can give it. Just for testing, I'm not giving that, and I am saving it. Okay, so like that we can specific to permissions object. Also, we can give that. So depends on our functionality. Okay, so now if I go to permission set, okay, ATL Codex permission set is created. Okay, so we don't have any specific license because we are going to provide this particular permission set to across different users with a different access license mainly. Okay, so you can clone this and create and make changes, okay, easily. So that is more flexibility. And now if you want to add this permission set to particular group, then we go to permission set groups. Okay, I can go, I already created one. I can go here and permission sets in groups, click on this, and we already have 2 permission set added right over here, and we can add more into that. Okay, so whatever you want, you can add. Okay, so now we have 3 permission sets. We can add or remove more easily. You can see, right? So now let us go and check this permission set is group is updated or not. Okay, so now either I can go to user and assign these things, or I can manage from here only. Okay, so here I can add user. Already I have added one user here. Okay, so if you want, we can add one more user to this permission set group here itself. Okay, done. So now how I can see for a particular user what all permission sets has been assigned. Go to users. Okay, so I'll go to this user. Okay, go down, you can see permission set assignments. Okay, and we also can see permission set group assignment right over here. Okay, so if you see this permission set assignment activation required, yeah, we can do this one also. This is specific to session based permission set. Okay, let us go and try that and save it and see whether it was updated or not. You can see, right, no session based activation required. Normal permission set group assignment for a particular user. Okay, so let us see once this session based permission set how different it is from other one. Okay, so okay, let us go to permission set home page, and you can see all permission sets. Okay, if you see, this is the session based permission set. Okay, you can see here where we have provided all the access to this, and we can manage here. You can add or you can remove it. Okay, so whenever this was assigned to particular users, you cannot delete it. So until you delete you remove access to each and everyone under that permission set. The same thing will happen to permission set group also. So deletion will not accept even if you do it. Try to delete it. Okay, this so if I try to delete it, cannot delete permission set. To delete permission set, you have to remove assigned users. It is clearly stating. Okay, so obviously mistakenly people can try to delete it without knowing that some users are there. It can happen in real time. So Salesforce is showing that error message clearly, so you cannot delete it. So these are the main things where we are going to use much in our real time, and how we create groups and sets. So ideally we create just profiles, and we try to create lot of profiles. We never try to use permission sets or permission set groups in our projects. But to make it more easy, Salesforce brought up this permission set groups into picture. Okay, so that the admin complexity of particular org will be reduced and easy to maintain. Okay, so these are all the main advantages of this thing. So if anybody have any doubts, you can ask questions. Anyone?
No, we don't have. You can proceed further.
Okay, so we have added all the permission sets for a particular user as well as for the groups. We have created as well as we are able to update it. Okay, let me create a new permission set group also. Yeah, somebody about to ask something?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I will just create one more permission set group. So RTL codex permission set group. Okay. So now I want to add permission sets into this. Add permission set. So I can add multiple easily. Okay. So now you are able to see it. So if you want to remove any one of this one, I want to remove console user, remove permission set. Okay. Done. Now let us go to again permission set groups and check what all information is updated or not. See, we have only 3. Fourth one is removed. So you can see that it is very easy to add a permission set, add permission set into a group, and vice versa. Okay. So any other doubts or clarifications you need related to permission sets? I think we covered all the parts, including the practical.
Okay, that's good. Can you show that permission set home page where actually any of the permission set?
So this is the home page for permission set.
Any of the permission set, can you open that? There's a lot of options available. Okay, any of the permission set can you open?
You want in detail inside?
No, just we want to say like what are these groups or the features on the permission set.
So these are for apps. So what all apps a user should see in this particular permission set, we'll be adding this. Okay, these are connected apps, and this is specific to objects and fields. Okay. This one also app permissions. Okay. Apex classes will be giving here Visual Force pages. Okay. This is like more modern user interface changes. So previously we used to see all list of access in particular page. Rather than that, now this is the modern UI where it is module down into functional things. So that's the reason you are able to see object, app, flow, name, credentials, everything separately right now here. So if you want to change into classic type mode, then you need to update user settings.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
So basically, these specific groups in the permission set basically telling okay for which specific permission object also if you want to specify permissions like if you go the custom setting definitions. So if we have a thousands or multiple of custom settings, how many custom settings this permission set have access, we can specify all those here, right?
correct.
Similar to the custom metadata type we have. Okay, if we have multiple metadata types created in our system for a different app with different Lightning app, and specific to those some custom metadata if you want to give access, okay, then we can enable it which custom metadata type you want to give access to these permissions. Okay, and the main purpose, if you go with the now the second generation packaging where we have involved, okay, so in that cases, we should go with specific naming conventions of this permission set. And when we add or create a package, we can utilize based on naming conventions. We can add those package in our like we have unlock package now. Okay. So if you want to create a separate package for the separate module, like an example, you are developing one as mentioned by the Parveen, that we have a block system. So if you are creating one society application, okay, society security application, and in that multiple internal application could be there, like admin security or it's a resident security. So specific for each security group, we can create a separate permission set, and these separate permission set can be packaged differently. So if you want to specifically, you want to update or add specific custom permission, specific custom metadata type, okay, for the specific residential group, we can go ahead with the permission set features like custom metadata type, custom permission set, which flow you want to give access for this kind of role. Like if you want to create a permission set for any specific flow, sorry, agent, like one agent or the multiple agent who in that agent which flow they can access, because we can have a multiple flow in our system, but which flow they can go and access those things. For all those settings at a granular level, basically whatever profile we have created, instead of going with a profile based, we are granular level, we are dividing all those profile to specific permission sets. So all those things we can be covered, we can be used when we go with the permission set creation, permission set group creation. Okay, and then we have a we already Praveen is already covered most of the thing. If we have a questions like for related to if you have so or if you any of guys like any of you have want to share any of the information about the custom permission set and permission group, you're most welcome to share any idea you have.
Sir, I have a doubt. Means,
Sure. Hmm.
sir, when we should assign a user to any particular permission set, or when we can go through assignment of a particular permission set group. Means, what is the main difference as per because as per assignment context?
Okay. Praveen, do you want to go ahead? I can go with.
Yeah, yeah, you can go.
Okay, so basically you want to differentiate where should we use the permission set and where should we use the permission set group,
Group,
right?
right,
So the permission set is simply saying that okay, specific one permission you want to give access to the user. But sometimes the scenario is there. Let's example, you are building or you're making one application. In that application, okay, we have created a separate smaller lightning application.
Right.
So for each application, okay, for each application we can have a separate permissions. Now, if I will give a separate permission, okay, that will be problem for each user. Like if you have 8 or 9 permissions, specific to one profile itself. Like for the agent profile, we have separate 8 permissions that we have created. Based on that, we have a separate application also. So instead of going with that, I will create a group of those permission set for specific role, basically. Like for agent, I have created one permission set group. For supervisor, I have created a separate permission set group, and for admin, I have created a separate permission group. So basically, all those combination of those permission set combinedly, that user have access. So in, let's example, in permission set 1, I have given account object access. And for another permission set group, I have created a permission set, I have given access to the contact object. But when we created a group for both permission set, so if we assign that user this group access, he has a both access, permission account and contact both.
Okay. So in that case, we don't have to assign individual permission set, right? We can
Normally,
directly.
yes.
If you have a lot of permissions to be provided, which go across, then we will make it as a group. Okay, suppose sales user, generally he will be accessing only cases. Okay, and then he will edit notes and he will close it. In that case, you can make a permission set only for case object. Suppose his supervisor is leaving for 2 days off. Okay, and he need some of his work to be managed just for that 2 days. He don't want to give all his access to him, right? So in that scenario, he will give permissions just for approval only for specific things. Okay, so it is like just 1 or 2 access. So he will make as a temporary supervisor access. Like that, you can make as permission set and he can provide.
This is one of the beautiful example. He has mentioned that if somebody is working on behalf of you and you don't want to give all your access to him, then we can, instead of going with my profile or access, I will give a specific permission to that user, that temporary user, basically. So Srini wants some slide number something. Can you check that, Parveen?
Yeah.
Is saying, can you go slide number 8? Yes, Srini, you can go speak, no problem.
Yeah, right, Danik. Are you able to hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Nice. Actually, I have a doubt in this screen actually.
Sure.
So one user can have 2 roles.
One user, we cannot have 2 roles, right?
No, this is not for roles, general Salesforce roles. This is specific to permission set.
Basically,
set of roles you can assign as a thing. Means it's a working role, not a Salesforce role.
Functional role, he's saying, right?
Yes, functional role, not Salesforce.
Like a supervisor, he's a supervisor, he's an admin, he's a manager, that kind of role he is saying.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Do we have another question, or if we complete, then we can wrap up, and we can, in the next session, we can have related to sharing rules we will cover. I think we can we can close. Manish, you are saying something?
No, sir. No doubt from my side.
Okay. Then we can close, Praveen, and we can